Welcome back to Prime Age Health Hub. I was talking to my friend, Susan, the other day, and she said something that stopped me in my tracks. She said, I'm fine. I get around. But I've started to dread standing up from the couch. It's this little sigh, this little effort I didn't used to think about. And curbs. They feel like mountains. She laughed it off, but her eyes told a different story. A story of quiet worry. If you're over 60 and you felt that whisper of hesitation, when you go to stand up, that unsteadiness on an uneven path, that feeling that your legs just aren't the reliable pillars they once were, then I need you to listen to me very carefully right now. Your legs are not betraying you. They are simply speaking to you, and they're saying, "We're hungry. Feed us movement." But here's the critical, life-changing truth. This weakening is not a one-way street. It is not an irreversible sentence, and you can absolutely powerfully and safely reverse it starting today right where you're sitting. This isn't about running marathons or lifting giant weights. This is about one simple tool you already own, one powerful position, and a promise of regained strength, independence, and confidence. Stick with me, because we are about to fix it. Let's talk honestly about what's really happening. It's not just getting older. That's too vague. It's a specific, stealthy process called sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. And your legs, being the largest muscle group in your body, are the epicenter of this battle. From our 30 seconds onward, we can lose up to 5% of our muscle mass per decade if we're inactive, and it accelerates after 60. But listen, the primary driver isn't age, it's disuse. It's the cumulative effect of thousands of tiny choices to sit a little longer, to take the elevator, to avoid the strain. Your nervous system, which is like the electrical wiring to your muscles, starts to get a little fuzzy. It sends weaker signals. Muscle fibers, especially the powerful fast-twitch ones that give you that explosive power to catch yourself from a trip, start to literally disconnect and fade away. Your joints get stiff, your balance systems in your ears and feet get less precise. It's a perfect storm. But here's the glorious, scientifically proven flip side. Your body is endlessly adaptable at any age. It is waiting for the signal to rebuild. When you provide the right stimulus, consistent, targeted, safe resistance, your body responds by saying, "Oh, we're still using these. We need to maintain this." It rebuilds the neural pathways. It wakes up dormant muscle fibers. It pumps strengthening fluid into your joints. The chair we're going to use isn't just for sitting. It's your anchor, your support, your portable gym. It represents safety, which means we can work with confidence, not fear. We're not fighting our body. We're having a conversation with it, and the first word in that conversation is hello again. Now, before we move a single muscle, safety is our absolute foundation. I am not a doctor, and this is not medical advice. Please have a conversation with your healthcare provider before starting any new exercise program, especially if you have any concerns about your heart, joints, or blood pressure. For our session today, you'll need that sturdy, non-rolling chair, think dining room chair, something that won't slide. Have it on a non-slip surface, maybe on a rug or a yoga mat. Have some water nearby. We're going to move with control, never with pain. There's a big difference between the good burn of muscle work and sharp joint pain. You are the boss of your own body. If something hurts, stop. We can modify anything. This is about empowerment, not punishment. Our mantra is steady, strong, and smart. Okay, let's get positioned. Scoot to the front half of that chair. Sit up nice and tall, as if a string is pulling the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Feel your feet flat on the floor, hip width apart, knees at about a 90-degree angle. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. This is your starting position, your throne of strength. From here, we begin. We'll start by waking up the entire system, beginning with your foundation, your feet and ankles. Strong, mobile feet are the roots of strong legs. So, keeping your heels on the ground, lift just the balls of your feet and your toes up towards your shin. Feel that stretch along the bottom of your foot and the front of your ankle. Now, place them back down. Now lift just your heels, keeping the balls of your feet planted. You're rocking back and forth gently. Heels up, toes up. We're not rushing. This is like turning the key in the ignition. Do this 10 times, feeling the circulation wake up. Now, let's make some circles. Lift one foot just an inch off the ground and slowly circle your ankle clockwise 5 times, then counterclockwise 5 times. Point your toes, flex your foot. This is about lubrication, about reminding every little joint and tendon that they are part of the team. Switch to the other foot. This might seem simple, but this is where independence lives, in the ability to navigate a crack in the sidewalk without thinking twice. Now let's engage the powerhouse, your thighs. The quadriceps, those muscles on the front of your thigh, are your primary standing up muscles. Let's isolate them. Sitting tall, extend your right leg out in front of you with just a slight bend in the knee if you need to. Now, consciously squeeze and tighten that right thigh muscle as hard as you can. Imagine you're trying to push the back of your knee down towards the floor. Hold that squeeze for a solid 5 seconds. Feel that tension, that engagement. It might even quiver a little. That's good. That's the signal being sent. Slowly release. Feel the difference between tension and relaxation. That's control. Do this 10 times on the right leg. Then switch to the left. This exercise is deceptively powerful. It rebuilds the mind-muscle connection, teaching your brain to fully talk to that muscle again. It's isometric, meaning it builds strength without straining the joint. Every time you do this, you are laying down new wiring, preparing that muscle for the more dynamic movements to come. Next, we target the often neglected but absolutely critical backs of your legs, the hamstrings and the glutes. These are your power muscles for walking, for climbing stairs, for pushing off. Weakness here is a major culprit behind that feeling of being stuck in a chair. So, from your tall seated position, place your hands lightly on the sides of the chair for balance. Now, press firmly through your heels. Imagine you're trying to push the floor away from you. As you press, you'll feel your hamstrings tighten and your glutes will naturally want to lift. Let them. Gently, with control, lift your hips just an inch or two off the chair. Don't go for a big bridge. We're focusing on the squeeze and the activation. Hold for a second at the top, squeeze those glutes like you're holding a precious coin between them. Then slowly lower back down. That's 1. Aim for 10. If the lift is too much, simply focus on the heel press and the squeeze while keeping your seat lightly on the chair. The goal is to wake up these sleeping giants. Feel that? That's the muscle that powers your walk, getting its memo. Balance isn't just about standing on one leg. It starts with core stability. And your core is everything from your ribs to your hips. Let's engage it. Sit tall, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, gently draw your belly button in towards your spine. Not a suck in, but an engagement, as if you were preparing for a gentle laugh. Hold that gentle engagement for 10 seconds as you breathe normally. Release. This is your core brace. Now let's add a challenge. Lift your right knee a few inches towards the ceiling, holding that core brace. Feel how your body wants to lean or compensate. Hold for 5 seconds, lower. Switch to the left knee. This simple act teaches your torso to stay stable while your legs move, which is exactly what happens with every step you take. We're programming stability directly into your nervous system. Now let's put some of these elements together in a functional seated march. Sitting tall, core engaged, lift your right knee as high as is comfortable without rounding your back. Lower it with control. Now lift the left. Alternate rhythmically as if you were marching in place, but with purpose and control. Not a frantic speed, but a strong, deliberate lift. Pump your arms gently if that feels natural. Do this for 30 seconds to a minute. Feel your heart rate pick up just a bit. You're now doing cardiovascular exercise. You're improving circulation, coordination, and leg strength simultaneously. This is the kind of integrated movement that tells your body we are an active system. It mimics the motion of climbing stairs, of stepping over obstacles. Every march is a rehearsal for real-life mobility. Time for the granddaddy of all functional leg exercises, The seated sit to stand. This is where we take back your independence one confident rise at a time. Scoot forward until you're on the front third of the chair. Place your feet slightly back under your knees. Lean your chest forward over your toes. This is crucial. It gets your center of gravity over your feet. Now, with a big breath in, exhale and push powerfully through your heels, using the momentum from your forward lean to stand up. Don't use your hands to push off your knees if you can avoid it. Let your legs do the work. Stand up tall, fully extended. Now, the control part. Slowly lower yourself back down. Don't just plop. Lead with your hips going back, as if you're aiming for the chair with your rear end, keeping your chest forward. Touch the seat lightly, then immediately begin the next stand. Start with 5. Your goal is not speed, but the quality of the movement, the powerful press up, and the slow, controlled descent. This single exercise is a direct counterattack on leg weakness. It is the movement you need for life. We can't forget the inner and outer thighs, which are key for side-to-side stability, for preventing that wobbly feeling. For the inner thighs, place a soft cushion or a rolled-up towel between your knees. Sit tall, squeeze the cushion with both knees, hold for 5 seconds, release. Feel that inner thigh engagement. That's a stabilizer muscle waking up. Do 10 squeezes. For the outer thighs, place your hands on the outside of your knees. Now, try to push your knees outwards against the resistance of your hands, which are holding them in place. Push for 5 seconds, then relax. Another 10. These subtle moves fortify the entire architecture of your hip, making your gait more stable and powerful. Now, let's bring some joy and range of motion into the mix. We'll do some seated leg sweeps. Extend your right leg out long, toe pointed. Now, in a slow, controlled arc, sweep that leg out to the side as far as comfortable. Then sweep it back in, crossing slightly over the midline in front of your left leg. Imagine you're drawing a half moon on the floor with your toe. Do 10 on each side. This isn't about strength as much as it is about mobility and hip flexibility. It lubricates the hip joint, fights stiffness, and reminds your body of its full range of motion. Keep your upper body quiet and stable. Let the movement come purely from the hip. Feel the gentle stretch and the freedom of movement. We've worked the muscles, now let's care for the joints with some gentle mobility work. First, for the knees, while seated, simply straighten and bend your legs alternately. Point and flex your feet as you do it. Notice the sensation in the knee joint. Next, for the hips, place your hands on your knees and make slow, wide circles with your torso, leading with your chest. Go clockwise 5 times, then counterclockwise. This is like stirring a big pot, and it gently mobilizes your entire lumbar spine and hips, releasing any tension from sitting. Finally, a gentle seated twist. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale to slowly rotate your torso to the right. Placing your left hand on your right knee and your right hand behind you on the chair for support. Hold for a few breaths, feeling the nice spiral. Inhale back to center, exhale to the other side. This promotes spinal health, which is intrinsically linked to your posture and balance. Consistency is your superpower. Doing this for one day won't reverse years of decline, but doing it consistently, say 3 to 4 times a week, absolutely will. Think of it as a deposit in your independence bank. Every rep is a penny, every session is $1. Soon, you'll have a fortune of strength to draw from. Create a ritual. Pair it with your morning coffee or your favorite afternoon show. The goal is to make it non-negotiable, like brushing your teeth. Listen to your body. Some days you'll feel strong and do a few extra reps. Other days, you might just do the ankle circles and the quad sets. Showing up is 90% of the victory. This is your practice, your reclaiming. Imagine just a few weeks from now, you rise from your favorite armchair without that initial grunt or push. You meet a friend for a walk and keep pace with ease. You step off a curb with confidence, not caution. You carry your own groceries from the car. You play on the floor with your grandkids and get up with a smile. This is not a fantasy. This is the direct, attainable result of giving your legs the consistent, loving attention they crave. You are not getting older, you are getting stronger. You are not declining, you are refining. The power is not in the past, it is in this present moment, in this chair, in this decision to move. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today at the Prime Age Health Hub. If this felt good, if you felt that spark of activation, that glimmer of hope, then do me a huge favor, hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And subscribe and tap the bell if you haven't already, because every week we're right here breaking down the myths about aging and giving you real, actionable tools to feel stronger and more vibrant. Your journey to stronger legs starts with a single step, or in this case, a single sit. I believe in you. Now go show your legs what they're still capable of. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay strong and keep moving.